Hi, this is Jeff Vannest from Labvantage. I'm here with Dave Ciabattoni, who is the Senior Director of Software Development. Now, you and I have offices just down the hall, but we've never gotten to do this before.
Never have, you're right.
Well, it's about time.
It is about time.
Yeah, it's good.
I think we're doing it.
You actually do a whole lot around here, I gotta say, so there's probably a lot of things we could talk about.
Okay. Bring up something.
How about this one? I hear you released something yesterday.
We did. Yesterday we released Labvantage 6.
Right. That's been a long time coming, right? I mean, you've been working on that for how long?
We've been working on it for almost 18 months.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's a journey.
It is. It's been a great experience, though. It's been a great project,
Yeah.
and it's good to have it beyond us and be done with it.
Yeah. Now, I understand that you've actually worked very closely with customers.
We did, yeah. So we had a lot of customers taking Labvantage 6 as part of early access, the early access program.
Right.
And because of that, there are at least 1 or 2 customers now that are in the process of testing the application and charting to go live in the next couple months.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
I mean, for a laboratory, out the door, and then live.
So between the customers and professional services, they've spent time working on early versions of the software before we released it.
Right.
And now that it's released, they're now going through the formal testing to make sure it meets their use cases and needs. They'll be ready to go live.
That's beautiful.
It was amazing.
Yeah. All right, so one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you specifically is we have some technology type changes that we've made for application servers.
Okay.
Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so first off, Labvantage 6 still supports the 3 leading industry application servers.
Mm-hmm.
So we're supporting Red Hat, JBoss, IBM WebSphere, and Oracle WebLogic, BEA WebLogic.
Mm-hmm.
With that, we have moved to an exclusively ear-based deployment system.
Okay.
Right? But with that, we've actually switched our development needs and our development efforts over to JBoss as our primary platform of development.
What does that buy you? I mean, if you've got developers that are all working, why not put them on all different kinds of web servers?
Well, they all do use all different web servers, but from a development standpoint, the JBoss application server allows you to explode the ear, which allows you to manually drop in files during development,
right,
instead of building the ear package by itself.
Right.
So it's the most friendly when it comes to development needs at this time.
Right. Now, you also have the newest versions, right? So this brings up your version of Java.
So all the application server are caught up to the latest versions.
Right.
The JBoss is running the JEE stack and running Java 1.6. Right. So it's caught up to today's versions as well.
Yeah, nice. Now, JBoss is multi-platform as well. Now, historically, we were using an application server that was Windows only.
Yes.
So, I mean, what's it like to run JBoss on different application servers, or different operating systems?
Yeah, so JBoss supports any operating system that Red Hat supports. We support any operating system that JBoss supports.
Okay.
Excuse me. And the application servers are flexible now, so you can run Linux, you can run Windows, you can run Solaris Unix or some Unix flavor. We haven't seen any difference between them when it comes to installation or configuration. They're almost identical. There's very few changes related to them.
Right.
Performance is going to be completely dependent on scalability and needs, but the application servers are now multi-platform and highly flexible in their needs.
Nice.
If you're looking to cluster an application server, the ability to cluster JBoss is very simple as well.
Nice.
So just adding nodes to a JBoss cluster is as simple as just dropping it in the box.
Now, a few of these changes, especially in the those that are familiar with the Labvantage Sapphire console, you've made some changes specifically for JBoss.
Right. Yeah. So we spent some time modifying the console to be ear-friendly.
Okay.
But with that, we've actually spent a little more time to make sure that some of the additional JBoss capabilities that we're used to are part of the console.
Right.
So setting up clusters, packaging up ears between customers that do their own development or PSO that does development, applying patches. That's all part of the console now for the application server.
But the customers that still have WebLogic and WebSphere, et cetera, they still get all the updates, the creation of the databases, everything like that. It's still all in the console.
Yeah, the console still does those things.
Yeah.
Does a few more things just for JBoss.
Nice. Now, you've worked out a very special relationship with JBoss and Labvantage.
Correct.
Talk about that?
Yeah, with Red Hat, we have a unique situation where we can sell the JBoss application server by users.
Okay.
Most of the time, the other application servers and JBoss do also sell by CPU and CPU core, which requires you to specify hardware configurations and lock it to a CPU. Mm-hmm. But with the JBoss and what we're reselling by users, even though you buy a 20-user license from us, you can deploy it on 2 or 3 machines. As long as you are within the 20 users, you're allowed to deploy it on any places you need.
Right.
So it provides a high level of flexibility when it comes to setting up the application server environments for testing and for development. And to add clustered nodes and whatnot, you can do it as long as you stay within the user restrictions.
Nice.
And it's unique to us. We have this relationship to resell JBoss. JBoss doesn't sell it this way themselves.
In general. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's impressive. Thanks. I really appreciate the information. Of course, you've got a unique perspective because of your position here, so obviously we're going to have to do this again.
We will. It's
Sure.
good.
Good.
No problem.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you listening to our video. We'll make sure to be getting you a lot more information about Labvantage 6 in general. We'll have some press release. We'll put some campaign on our website, as well as some direct emails to customers, et cetera, et cetera. For those of you who are part of the SQL LIMS community, you've got a unique opportunity to come up to the newest Labvantage product, which is a convergence of so many of the great features in the two products historically. So the new Labvantage 6, be looking for it. Thank you.